interesting design, which they won't use again now because they can't, because they'll get accused of rehashing all content. But because Bungie doesn't know how to manage this content, they shoot themselves in the foot.
Yeah.
There's so many stuff where Bungie just doesn't know what they're doing.
Mission coordinates. Allied destroyer has joined squadron.
Like, say if I get a weapon to drop, unless that weapon's got a specific set of perks, it's garbage to me, in my eyes. So it doesn't matter how much effort Bungie puts into making content, because it falls behind their power creep that they've established, it means nothing to me. Which is funny, because we pay for these seasons, and the seasons give us new weapons and armor. The armor's only good for transmog because I've already got armor that's got perfect stat rolls for me. And I can't use the weapons because they're not up to par in terms of what I have set out in my expectations. So I just end up thinking to myself, like, what am I actually getting out of this? Because it's not a whole fucking lot.
Yeah, it's... When this new season came out, it was so frustrating because you use things like, or you still use things like upgrade modules.
Yep.
So that you have your, like, a really shit roll weapon but with higher power, light level, to then be used to upgrade, or they said they were getting rid of power level.
Yeah, they did.
Weren't they? They said that it wasn't essential anymore, or it was like they weren't worrying about it. But I can't play with my friends, do things I want to do, because they still judge me based on my light level.
Yeah.
And that's not fair, because I'd like to think that I'm a decent player. You know, that I'm good, relatively. Not the best, but I don't think anyone in our group is. But I still get told, oh no, you need to put your light level a bit more. But we've been told by Bungie that they weren't worrying about light levels anymore.
It's always going to be a thing, because power levels, item levels, whatever you want to label it as, it's always been an MMO thing. Like, yeah. Like, that's always going to be a barrier for entry because it keeps player engagement, and you need that for an MMO game. Because you have to play the game more to get your item level up for content. But Bungie looking to remove that once again just shows that they're not making RPGs right. The other stuff that's slowly getting removed, stuff like legendary shards and upgrade modules. Well, upgrade modules is still in, but
it's still in.
They're becoming less of a necessity now that our power level doesn't need to climb as much between seasons. Bungie is removing, and like getting rid of planetary materials and stuff. Bungie is removing more currencies and stuff that they've put in place because they've realized that people don't enjoy engaging with that. But that's an MMO thing. Like on DC Universe and World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy and everything else like Neverwinter and stuff, there's hundreds of different currencies. Not hundreds, there's loads of different currencies that you have to collect in order to get certain things. Like there's currencies that you can only get from doing PvP, there's currencies that you can only get from doing like clan hunts with your guild or whatever. But if Bungie wants to remove stuff like that, then it just shows that they don't have it set out as a proper MMO. And it's like they'll introduce things just to remove them sometime later. Yeah, it's RP1 was Raymond, yeah. And I don't mind it if it becomes more organic. But Bungie has a really bad way of making things inorganic.
I just don't think they have, say, a proper identity to actually go, this is what we want to be, or this is what we should do. I think it's very much on the sort of idea or basis of what is either most popular or what is either like what was popular back then, let's say. Because it's always, and if you're not the unique game to put this idea out to begin with, then it's always a race. It's always you're chasing after that high, like with Fortnite being such a thing. You know, every other game seemed to try and do that battle royale sort of thing.
Yeah.
But with Bungie, it's like they put in for their their big sort of, oh, we can still kick it with the cool kids. They put in a tower defense as their fucking big gamble, right? Who the fuck still plays tower defense games unless it's those stupid fucking mobile ads that you see on like Instagram or whatever that look really fake. To me it feels so...
No, I'll disagree with you there. Like, Bungie players have, Destiny players in general have been asking for a horde mode of sorts for like the longest time. Because we get these really awesome powers and we don't really get to properly use them. Like if you try and do strikes, there's not enough enemies for you to kill in strikes for you to really build up these powers.
I get that, but how long, like, why is it took them this long to get it sorted out? It shouldn't take this long to get it sorted out.
Bungie takes too long to do anything anyway.
It's just, just feel like all this grinding now is just, it is what it is, it's grinding. And whilst I used to think initially, oh, this is something that I want to do, this is something that I need to do to keep up with my friends and play with them and stuff like that. But now it just feels like hollow and empty. None of it's actually beneficial for me, or none of it's actually... It's not progressing as much as I want it to do. And even then, like, we have people like Sanj, for example, who can easily find himself playing the game, gain the most out of it by himself. And then Adam being selective and stuff like that. I'm not trying to...
Raymond's right. Raymond just said it sounds like you're getting a bit burnt out.
I am, and yeah, thank you, Raymond. I am. It's just, but I shouldn't be so burnt out at something that is supposedly like the most exciting and new DLC. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be refreshing, and it's supposed to bring a breath of fresh air or new life into the game. But
Yeah.
why am I being so burnt out so quickly into this new DLC? And so, to me, that marks a sort of failure in the DLC.
Well, I think generally
But
a lot of the things that you've brought up are like subjective things for you personally.
very true. Yeah, I'm not here trying to speak for everyone or speak for the community. I can only speak of my experience and my personal opinions
Yeah.
on it. And I know people aren't burnt out and they've been playing this more consistently than I have. But as someone who's, say, definitely has put in more time than, say, in comparison to my usual, let's say,
Yeah.
I don't think it's done anything so invigorating, whether in the 10 years between D1 and D2, between D1 and now, to be so enjoyable, shall we say.
Yeah.
And I always go back to this sort of adage of it seems to do one step right but two steps back. Like, it has good intentions, or it wants to do the best, but it then goes and, has a whole bunch of steps back from that. And
Yeah.
I don't think it'll ever get over that.
Well, that's the kind of thing that I've been saying. Like, I was thinking to myself, like, what has Destiny got to do that will make me that interested that I'm gonna instantly buy the next bit of content? And I don't really know what it's gonna be. Because I was really impressed with the storytelling in Final Shape, I really liked it. But I then looked at the episode stuff afterwards. I know that we're only on the first week, but it was doing the same thing again and again. It was gather some fucking modes, dunk them somewhere, kill a boss. That's a seasonal activity that we've been doing for years.
Technically, we're in the second week, by the way.
Alright. But we
Just
need,
to...
like... I keep trying to think to myself what kind of content is actually gonna be entertaining enough for me to sacrifice my time for it. Like, right now I've got so many things that I'm more interested in. I'm having so much fun on Helldivers again. I've got the Warhammer game coming up in a couple of months. I've got Dawn Trail coming out in a couple of weeks. There's so much stuff that makes me feel like I'm getting rewarded for my time and feels like it's something fresh and invigorating. And then there's Destiny content where it's do the same thing, but this time it's wrapped up in a different coloured pretty bow.
Yeah. Yeah, it's, I don't know if burnt out is the right word, but it does feel like it's just... It's not as rewarding as I remembered, or it's not as, say, impactful. you know? Like, I
What,
remember
like the activities.
just in general. I remember the spark of excitement I had when, you know, initially playing Destiny 1 and then leading up to Destiny 2, and it's like this new, you know, great, and it's RPG and it's shooters and you play with your friends and all that.
Oh yeah.
It's been doing the same thing for 10 years. What has actually changed? What has actually improved? And what has actually made it so great? And the answer is, it hasn't, but it's got a very good fan base. It's got a fan base where they can't see another option, or they do, but it seems to be, it doesn't have any, say, standing power, or it's not as popular.
Another step toward galactic liberation. You may extract when ready.
But yeah.
Yeah, I get you. You gotta have. There's gotta be two forms of reasons you play, and it's like intrinsic and extrinsic motivation.
Ha, intrinsic. Okay, because... That came from the balls too. I squeezed a bit of my nutsack for that one. My mum would have laughed at that.
Yeah.
If she was still alive. What?
Good night, Raymond.
Night, Raymond. He's on stream now.
No one.
Oh.
I'm about to close it down.
Oh.
I usually delist my streams so that only people can join that I send links to.
Right.
Because I don't really have an interest in publicly streaming anything. It's usually if someone wants to watch something, I'm trying to show someone something about a game or whatever.
Yeah.
So I usually delist it and then just send individual links out. But sometimes it can be a bit awkward to find.
That is awkward.
Yeah.
To find.
Yeah.
Done my Destiny. I've done all I wanted to do.
Yeah. Like I said, you need either intrinsic or extrinsic motivation. Extrinsic being stuff like loot and actual physical rewards. Intrinsic being joy and satisfaction when playing. And if you don't get either of them, ideally you need both. If you don't get either of them, then you're just not going to enjoy playing the game. Because if it might be something where you just enjoy playing the game. Like, for example, Helldivers, I've pretty much got everything in the game, more or less. There's some stuff that I'm missing, like a few like ship upgrades, maybe a couple of weapons on like a new war bond or something. But generally, I've got everything to say I'm content.
This is brilliant. I'm watching your stream and you're repeating yourself twice. There's a delay on this.
Yeah, there is. But yeah, so like I can play Helldivers and be happy because I think the game's really fun. I love the stress of it. I love like the creative directions that you've taken with it. I like the art styles and stuff. I think they're all really good. And Destiny was like that for a bit, like especially when they would rework certain things. I'd enjoy it. But I don't get that same feeling.
My problem is that, so let's take for example like your favourite games, and then you compare it to Destiny 2, and whilst you can think of many things that Destiny 2 does, let's say, better or well, or, you know, great, or so on, right? You'd much rather play your favourite game. Like, let's say King Hearts 2 or Persona 5, right? Oh, none of them shoot guns, stuff like that. All of them are, well, except for King Hearts 2, are, you know, it's an active combat, and you have a more, say, active progression in power, or you feel like you're getting stronger or more powerful, and so on. In Destiny 2, say, in seconds, rather than it feeling like a progression in the story. Like, I could literally improve my character in the middle of doing a mission because I've picked up a better weapon, or it's a higher light level, or whatever, right? But I will 10 times out of 10, if someone says, which game would you rather be playing now, Destiny 2 or Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, I will always go for Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix. And that's just purely because, and it's not even nostalgia, because Destiny 2 is 10 years. You can still hit that nostalgia, but it's just not, because it just so dredged with disappointment, or the story just doesn't live up to the hype, or, you know, you're doing the same thing over and over. At least with Hearts 2 or Persona, yes, you're fighting the same enemies, but you're getting stronger. It makes you feel like you're getting powerful and stronger and better. You're learning the game more. But with Destiny 2, it only hits that when you initially play it, but then thereafter it just all feels so repetitive, and I hate games where it feels like it is a number focus. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it is just purely like, oh, this is 10 light levels higher. This has to be powerful, or oh, I need one more point for resilience and stuff like that, and I can make it 100.
Yeah, shit.
It pisses me off, man. It genuinely does. Why can't they just round that shit? Why does it have to be 19? Who the fuck wants to equip a 19 armor? You know? Just make it fucking... Make it either a whole number, like, either a number ending in 5, or a number ending in, like, 0, right? So, 10, 20, 30, you know, 15, 25, 35, okay? We don't need these shits where it's like, it's 36, and it has one fucking random stat point in like mobility.
Yeah.
But I am being very somewhat finicky or picky or whatever you want to fucking call it. I'm being autistic, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Show it, Ryan, you don't need to so readily agree with me.
Yeah.
Bitch boy.
Yeah. I'm Destiny.
You may proceed to extraction when ready.
Of course they do, Legend Limited God Goku. Fuck my life. Particularly when I've ran out of fucking Dragon Stones as well. Not Dragon Stones, Chrono
I
Crystals.
think the numbers chase is just an RPG thing. And some games employ it better than others. Like that's one of the things that I don't really like about Final Fantasy 14. You are just chasing numbers to do a lot of content. And a lot of it, unless you're doing really strong endgame raids, a lot of it doesn't really matter.
How'd you like to chase all freedom? Bag's empty.
Like, you're just replacing your shiny stuff for other shiny stuff.
Flood tunnel free. Requesting orbital.
Sorry, I'm sighing because we have now entered gaming sphere of Enteria. Have you the last song heard of it? I've probably butchered
Yes.
the pronunciation. But indie action RPG Souls-like. Ugh.
I hate how we use the term Souls-like is.
Yeah, that's what I'm annoyed about. It can't be just action RPG. It has to be action RPG Souls-like. Set in a world based off Italian folklore and culture. That could be quite interesting. Like, especially if it's like the Italian Renaissance and stuff like that. Anyway. Yeah, Oh, Tomb Raider Legends is on the PlayStation. Huh. What? They got Sly Raccoon on the PS5? But they don't seem to have Sly 4 or... Sorry, Sly 2 or 3? Why?
Extraction is available. Tagging location, northeast.
You know what, for £8 it's worth it. For £8 it's worth it.
Sending in an
Yeah.
eagle. Sending in an eagle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heavy.
You just don't understand why they haven't released
Calling in orbital strike.
Sly 2 or 3 with it. Make it a collection thing. Other than to frustrate me knowing that there's a Sly 2 and 3. Just waiting for PS5 upgrades.
Flood tunnel free. Prosperity. Supply beacon. Heavy. Requesting sentry. Calling down a sentry.
God, I could fucking... Oh, it's by Spike Chunsoft as well. Oh, I really like Spike Chunsoft. Okay, you know what? I'll fucking add it to the wish list, and then when I get a job, and I hide the game from my girlfriend, then I'll be happy. So, just to show how much of a weeb I am, so, have you heard of the anime called The Quintessential Quintuplets?
Yeah, I've read the manga and watched the anime.
Yeah, it's got 2 seasons and a movie, right?
Mhm.
It's also got 2 games.
Are they like dating sims?
They are.
Good.
And you get to date all 5 of them. And, yeah, your boy, even though he has a girlfriend, still likes his own dating sim.
Yeah, because anime girls are better than real girls.
Oh, fuck yeah. Wait, what? Please tell me you don't have that recorded.
The stream hasn't ended yet.
God fucking damn it. Someone's gonna clip that. Chat, don't clip that. Oh, right. I'm gonna ask for your opinion on this. But I am gonna get my girlfriend to play Doki Doki Literature Club.
You think that's a good idea?
I fucking love the game. And it'll freak her the fuck out.
I remember when I first found out about it, because someone did a post saying, "What the fuck is this?" And it said Doki Doki Literature Club. The tags were dating sim,
Yeah.
psychological
Yeah.
horror. What?
But with PlayStation, because I've got the PS5 Doki Doki Literature Club Plus, you can't see the genre tags. And it looks innocent enough, and because I've completed the game, I've had to delete all the savings and stuff like that, so I can literally start it from fresh. And then I'd be so fucking excited to see a goddamn face. And just the pure horror of some of the things that come up in the game.
Wait, how does
and
that
she
work?
hates horror.
How does that work on PlayStation? Because you have to delete Monica's file off your computer.
It has its own built-in sort of system of deleting files.
Oh.
Hang on, I've nearly platinumed the game too. What's the other trophies that I need to get?
God.
Achieve 100% data collection. Wait, what data collection am I missing? Oh, I'm not gonna play it. Hang on. I want this to be completely like, oh, hey babe, you know, you've got this anime game that you might like. Oh god, I wish I was gonna fucking record it too.
Why can't you?
Well, don't have face cam and stuff like that.
It'll still record the mic.
Yeah, but if I'm wearing the headset, for example, or...
Well, I presume
Nah,
she will, because she'll have to listen to the music and shit.
Yeah, but... I don't know. Well, we'll see. We'll see. think considering it'd be a really easy game for her to play because she's not controlling anything. She's just making choices. But yeah, she didn't handle horror very well. It'd be fucking hilarious. Because 1 minute she thinks it's gonna be some lame fucking love sort of thing, and then it picks up and then she'll be like, what the fuck is this? And that's how you draw them in, baby. What is this V Rising? Build, hunt, rise. Raise the glorious castle and establish your dark domain. Cross of God. Right. Slay 50 bosses. So it's like a building sim? Survival action RPG. At least it doesn't say Souls-like.
No, it says survival, which might be worse.
Oh.
It's another fucking forest clone, Minecraft clone. Oh, you're trapped somewhere. You're gonna have to craft. Enjoy crafting. Get some sticks. Make some tools. God, don't you love crafting? Where's the fucking dinosaur come from?
There's always a fucking dinosaur. God fucking damn it. It's like we can't leave Jurassic Park well alone.
Stop playing with the fucking dinosaurs.
Don't ask me why I'm playing Trails of Cold Steel again. I'm going to do the whole series as well, New Game Plus it.
You're safe. I have never heard of it, so.
Because I fucking hate myself. And eventually I'll be playing Persona 5 Royal. Because I always play it.
Real.
And Kingdom Hearts 2, I think. I'll try and fit that in somewhere.
What about Kingdom Hearts 1?
You
started that?
I did, and like, to me, and so have you started playing Kingdom Hearts 2?
No.
No. Right. When you start playing Kingdom Hearts 2, you're going to be so surprised why there seems to be such a disparity between the two. Initially you think, oh, it's such a similar game and so on, but the amount of improvements that they make in like just a general aspect of Kingdom Hearts 2 in comparison to the first one, it might as well be such a new game.
Okay.
And so, as much as I like the Kingdom Hearts franchise, and I appreciate what the first one did to create so many games in its sort of series,
yeah,
I fucking can't play it. I fucking hate it. Like, how great the other games after it are. Like, particularly, like, let's say Kingdom Hearts 3, where we're talking about a PS2 original game engine, and now it's like a PS4 engine. So, it's like, oh my god, what the fuck? Why is there such a difference?
Yeah. Fair enough. Should hopefully start soon. Got to do the DLC for Alan Wake 2, which I might start tomorrow while it's quiet, and then go from there.
Hmm.
All the galaxy looks to you for salvation. Let nothing stand in the way of liberty. Requesting sentry!
I don't really have like a gaming thing that I'm looking forward to like playing. It's essentially just me filling in the void of time.
Orbital inbound!
Fair.
Like when I get a job, obviously I'll have like my intended game that I want to play. But right now I'm just like, ugh, I just want something to pass the fucking time. I don't want to think about it. I just want to do something.
Well, that's why I've been enjoying playing Helldivers a bit, because you don't really need to think too much for it. I was saying to, I think I said to,
Oh, and
I said
that's
to
probably
Joe-
why I'm dying a lot then in Helldivers, because you're not fucking thinking.
Yeah, that's my problem. You dying is my problem.
Yeah, it is.
Sending in an eagle!
Bitch.
I'm your fucking boy.
Yeah, you're my boy.
Calling in reinforcements!
But I was saying to Joe that I noticed I tend to gravitate towards, at least long term, gravitate towards games where you can switch your brain up a bit, or they're like just mindless fun, you know? Like Deep Rock Galactic, Helldivers 2, Vermintide, this new Warhammer game that's coming out is probably going to be up there as well. Like, you don't have to use, of course you have to be somewhat smart and resourceful, but you don't need to be some high skill metagaming fucking shitlord. You just play and have fun. It's chaos and it's like repetitive, but it's random enough that it's fresh and it's just good all around.
Requesting air support!
Oh fuck. God damn it.
Request approved. Deploying reinforcements. Ready to liberate! Warning, you are leaving the mission area. Calling down a sentry! Helldiver, you are moving outside the mission area. Get some! Get some! One tunnel free! Sending in an eagle!
Administering freedom.
Habitation democracy! New mag!
One rearming. Be back shortly.
Requesting orbital! Requesting sentry. New mag. How'd you like to take all freedom? Countdown initiated. Stand by for takeoff. Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent. You have maintained our way of life.
Nice, big burp. Pardon.
Always good to have another hero on.
I like how you're just talking to yourself.
Yeah, just sometimes you just gotta. Huh? What was that?